Hello and welcome to Midnight Signal AI. Today is May 3rd, 2026, and we've got a packed show. Elon Musk drops major news for Nvidia stock investors. Sam Altman throws an unexpected party invite. Jensen Huang fires back at tech doomsayers. And OpenAI says startups are getting smaller but smarter. Plus a legal showdown that could shape the future of AI. Let's dive in. Let's kick off with our lead story. The Motley Fool reports that Elon Musk just announced some fantastic news for Nvidia stock investors. Details are still emerging, but Musk has apparently signaled a massive new investment in Nvidia's AI hardware, specifically for his latest AI ventures.
That's huge. Nvidia's dominance in AI chips is already legendary, but when someone like Musk commits even more resources, it sends a clear message about where the next phase of AI is heading. It's not just about software, it's about owning the hardware stack too. Musk has long criticized bottlenecks in GPU supply, so this move could accelerate both his own projects and Nvidia's market position.
Exactly, and it's not just about one company's bottom line. Nvidia's chips are foundational for everything from self-driving cars to large language models. If Musk's investment signals a coming wave of even larger-scale AI deployments, we could see ripple effects throughout the industry, from research labs to cloud providers.
And let's not forget the competitive angle. With Musk showing a willingness to double down on Nvidia, it puts pressure on rivals like AMD and even custom chip startups. Plus, for investors, it's a reminder that the infrastructure race in AI is far from over. Hardware innovation is still the backbone of progress here.
Absolutely. This could also mean faster rollout of new AI products from Musk's companies, whether that's xAI, Tesla, or even his robotics ventures. Watch this space. When Musk makes a big bet, the rest of the field usually has to react. On a lighter but still headline-grabbing note, Business Insider is highlighting Sam Altman inviting Elon Musk to his upcoming GPT 5.5 event, saying the world needs more love. This is despite their ongoing legal battles. The drama in AI never disappoints.
You can't make this stuff up. It's both a PR move and a real olive branch. Altman knows the world is watching, especially with their courtroom feud making headlines. Inviting Musk to a high-profile AI event, even as they battle in court, sends a message about wanting to keep dialogue open. It's a reminder that, like it or not, these personalities are shaping the future of AI as much as the tech itself.
And it's not just for show. GPT 5.5 is rumored to be a major leap. Having Musk in the room, even symbolically, could signal a willingness to align on standards, or at least keep lines of communication open between two of the industry's biggest egos.
Or it could just be really awkward. Either way, it's rare to see public invitations like this in the middle of a legal dispute. Altman's comment about more love is a savvy way to change the narrative, at least for a news cycle.
Staying with the Musk-Altman saga, the Economic Times is reporting on this same invite, emphasizing its context amid ongoing litigation between the two. The fact that an exclusive GPT 5.5 event is happening at all, let alone with Musk on the guest list, says a lot about how high the stakes have gotten in this rivalry.
Right, and it sets up a fascinating dynamic. Are these two titans going to keep escalating, or could we see a detente? The public nature of the invite suggests Altman wants to be seen as the bigger person, or at least the one interested in collaboration. But with lawsuits flying, it's anyone's guess where it ends up.
And with the world watching, every gesture gets amplified. Even if Musk declines, the symbolism here is powerful, especially with OpenAI and xAI competing for talent, funding, and mindshare. Switching gears, let's talk about Nvidia again. Fortune is reporting that Jensen Huang, Nvidia's CEO, is taking aim at tech leaders who he says have a god complex, specifically regarding AI apocalypse warnings. Huang is calling out what he sees as doomsday posturing, arguing that it's often more about power and ego than real risk assessment.
That's a bold call, but honestly, it's overdue. There's been a lot of hype and fear-mongering about AI outpacing humanity, and some leaders do seem to use those narratives to boost their own profiles or justify regulatory capture. Huang's comments signal a push for more measured, realistic conversations about both risks and opportunities.
And it makes sense from Nvidia's perspective. If people panic about AI, it could trigger heavy-handed regulations that slow down innovation, and that's bad for business, but also for technological progress. Huang's message is, let's keep our heads and not let AI apocalypse talk dictate the agenda. The Decoder echoes this, reporting that Huang specifically criticized predictions of mass job losses from AI as reckless and driven by ego. He's positioning Nvidia as both a responsible innovator and a realist in the ongoing AI debate.
It's interesting because Nvidia is at the center of the automation push, yet Huang's taking a more nuanced stance. He's not denying that jobs will change, but he's skeptical of dramatic forecasts. This could help Nvidia build trust with policymakers and the public, especially as more sectors grapple with automation.
And with governments everywhere considering new AI rules, Nvidia wants to be seen as a voice of reason, not a villain. Huang's messaging could set the tone for other AI leaders to follow. Meanwhile, the Economic Times is highlighting remarks from Mark Zuckerberg about how AI is enabling a new wave of startups with much smaller teams. Zuckerberg says the next generation of companies can do more with less thanks to generative AI and automation.
That's a powerful trend. We're seeing startups launch products that once required dozens of engineers, now built by just a handful of people leveraging large models, APIs, and automation tools. It's democratizing innovation, but it also means incumbents have to watch out. Disruption can come from anywhere, and fast.
And it's not just about cost savings. Smaller teams means faster pivots and less bureaucracy, which is critical in a field where the ground shifts so quickly. Zuckerberg's comments suggest we're only beginning to see the full impact of AI on startup culture. On a related note, NeoWen is reporting that Sam Altman has doubled down on OpenAI's stance that they don't want to replace people with AI. He claims the goal is to empower users, not automate away every job. That's a message we've heard before, but it's getting renewed attention as the capabilities of models like GPT 5.5 expand.
It's a smart PR move, but there's real substance too. While automation is inevitable in some areas, the most compelling AI applications today are about augmentation, helping people do more, not just cutting headcount. That's especially important as public anxiety about job loss grows. OpenAI wants to be seen as a partner, not a disruptor.
Still, the debate isn't going away. As AI gets more capable, the line between augmentation and automation blurs. OpenAI's messaging here is about building trust as much as it is about business strategy. Now, the Times of India brings us a different angle. Mark Zuckerberg has weighed in on the AI agent wars, saying that even the most expensive efforts, including ones Sam Altman has poured millions into, are struggling with a key problem: persistent memory and context. According to Zuckerberg, this is the real bottleneck for AI agents becoming truly useful.
That's a technical critique, but a fair one. We've seen rapid progress in conversation and reasoning, but building agents that remember and adapt over time is still an open challenge. It's a reminder that despite the hype, there are fundamental research problems left to solve. And it's interesting to see Zuckerberg positioning Meta as a thought leader on this, perhaps to differentiate from OpenAI and xAI.
And as more companies race to build AI assistants for everything from work to personal life, whoever cracks memory and context at scale could win big. It's not just about bigger models, it's about smarter, more persistent ones. Finally, let's touch on the legal drama that just won't quit. NDTV is running a feature on the Musk-Altman showdown in court, asking whether the trial could actually decide the future of AI. While that's probably overstating it, the outcome will set precedents for how IP, competition, and even AI ethics get litigated.
It's wild to think that two of the most influential people in AI are now locked in a legal battle that could influence the whole sector. Beyond the headlines, what's at stake is control over data, models, and maybe even the direction of AI safety standards. Everyone from investors to researchers is watching closely.
And let's be honest, however it shakes out, the case will shape how future disputes get handled in this fast-moving industry. The stakes are high, and the personalities are even bigger. That's all for this edition of Midnight Signal AI. We covered Musk's Nvidia bombshell, the ongoing Altman-Musk drama, Jensen Huang's call for rationality, and the new era of lean AI startups. As always, we'll keep tracking the stories that matter most in artificial intelligence. That's your signal. See you next time.